I'm Claire from Created.I. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up in the UK. Thank you for joining me today. Only a week, is it a week? A week left of celebration, and I thought it was about time I demonstrated something around the Hippest Hippos set. Available when you place an order over £45. Love this set. There's a really nice set of dies that come with it as well, but she looks like a dancing hippo to me, so that's what she is. Did you see that? That was really super quick. So this is a spinner card. Let me wind her right up, and then as you open it up, she spins. So there are many spinner cards around. Lots of different versions with spinning bits in the middle, spinning bits on the front, all sorts. I was asked by one of my lovely ladies to just show her how to do a simple version. So I thought I would share it with you. So let's craft. What are we going to need? Just a couple of bits, a card base that we'll cut together, and then some pieces of DSP. So I am going to do a similar colour to what my other one is. So this is pinks and yellows. I'm going to use this paper, which is blues and purples. Be prepared, because on the other side, pretty flowers, but we're going to hide them. It'll be fine. This card will be worth it. When you give it to somebody and you've got a little spinning dancing hippo on it, they'll love you for it. So let's start, shall we? So I've got my paper trimmer, and we're just starting with a normal card base. So if you take your A4 piece of card, and we're going to turn it to the long side, and we are going to cut it off at 5 7/8. So that actually makes 2 pieces of card that are perfect for 2 cards. So one we're going to put to one side for a moment, and the other we're going to turn round to the long side, okay, and we are going to score that at 2 1/16. Okay, don't panic. I know all these measurements. So get it to 2 inches, okay, find 2 inches at the top there, get it to 2 inches, and then go one little notch past that, okay, which is there. Take your cutting blade out the way and just score it, and breathe. Next, move along to 4 1/8. So you go to 4 inches, and because it's an 1/8, it's the second little line. So not the first one, but the second. Line it up there and score again. Okay. And that's it. Ta-da! Okay, so if we just fold that now, looks like my cutting blade needs trimming. Let me just trim that off first. My cutting blade needs changing. Let me just sort out the edge of my paper, because that's going to really distract me when I'm talking. Okay, so you've got your big area at the back, and then you've got these 2 panels on the front. Just fold that back and make sure that that's the right size, okay, because that's going to be the mechanism that you're opening out and spinning. Now, we need to cover this in DSP, Designer Series paper. So I'm going to do one piece there and then one piece there. So this bit we're just going to chop straight away. They're both the same size. Decide which bits of paper you want. Now this is a massive sheet, a 12 by 12 sheet, but I've used so much of this paper I've not got much left that's small. So I think I'm going to put my card that way round, or that way round. That way, because then I'll get 3 different colours. So I'm just going to chop that off at, now my card is 5 7/8. 7/8, so I'm going to chop this at 5 6/8, which is actually 5 3/4. So I'm going to take that piece off just so that it's more manageable. Okay, like that. So I know it's the right length that way. Just measure it and see. Now the panel here is 4 1/8, so I need to cut it at 4. Okay, so I need 4 inches. So that's going to be 4 inches. And then I need another one at 4 inches, like so. Okay, and that bit's spare. So let me bring those back in. Now I'm using Night of Navy cards, so I know that's probably going to be a little bit tricky for you to see. So I want it to match. So this piece is going to go on the right side. And that literally just gets stuck on. So let's do that. Then we don't have to overthink everything. And the glue is coming out. Yippee! Okay. Little things. So, covering up the flowers, trying not to think about it because it's the other side. I want the hippo to be the star of the show. Lift that off, and I'm just looking to make sure there's a border of Night of Navy all the way around my card. So just like that. I'm just going to smooth that out. Now this one, you're going to do the same, but we're going to cut our circle out first. So what we're going to do is we're just going to score this in half so that it fits exactly on there. So this one being 4 inches, I'm going to score it at 2. Remember, score, don't cut. I'm actually going to turn it over so that the score is the right way, so that it folds that way. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is line it up on there, but I'm not gluing it. And I'm going to take some washi tape and I'm just going to fix it in place. I'm just going to take some of the stickiness off because I don't want it to rip my paper. And I'm going to put a bit there, and let's make sure that that lines up nice. That tickle coming. Right, now I want a circle cut out of here. So this is from one of the layering circles, and I want to try and make sure it's roughly in the middle. This is also a one we're going to use to do a background piece here, so I might very well die cut that at the same time. Can you see? And then let's do this. I'm getting ahead of myself. Right, okay, so make sure that this paper is in the middle. Mine's just come unstuck where I moved it. And now I'm just going to go and die cut this. Oh, it's sticking to me instead of the paper. Okay, I'm going to fold that round a minute, then it won't move so much. So I am looking to get my circle in the middle-ish, and I'm going to die cut this out. So I won't leave a minute to do that. Thank you for your patience. Okay. And I'm using my electric die cutting machine. There you go. So what happens is we've got that piece and that piece that we can use in another project. So now I am going to take these sticky bits off, these washi tape bits that now are stuck down too much. Hopefully they're going to come off, like so. And then this one, I'm trying to be super gentle now, so I don't want to rip my card. And there. Phew, Oh, it's not off yet. Hold your breath with me. Oh, you see that bit of paint there? I thought I'd ripped the paper, but it's in the pad. Phew! Okay, so that's free and loose. So I'm going to prepare this bit before I stick it. So where the crease is, okay, we're going to make the spinner. So you can do this in lots of ways. You can use fishing line, some jewellery line, clear jewellery line. You can even use a bit of wool. I'm going to use some of this twine that is Stampin'Up's. And I'm also going to use some double-sided tape to fix it in place. So my scissors, where have I put those? So I'm taking a piece of double-sided tape and just exactly on that crease, I am putting my double-sided tape, and I peel off the back so it's just left sticky, and then I'm going to do the same on the top. Okay, not too much a piece, just enough, and that's going to go in the middle again, so it's right across the middle join. And that is going there, like so. Now, put your twine on, okay, and stick it to your double-sided tape, and just trim it so it's behind the DSP when you turn it over, so you can't see it, just like that. Now don't worry too much, as long as it's fairly taut, because you are going to put some more tape and glue it in place. Okay, so it's stuck in place, and let me find the end again, and this time I'm going to do it across to hold it in place. Okay, and peel it off so that when I stick it on that card it can stick as well. So there's that one, and here's this one. That's just going to go across there like so. It's getting stuck to my fingers. There you go. Okay, so be careful not to stick it together just yet. Now on top of the double-sided tape, you can use double-sided tape all the way around if you want. Now put some wet glue. So remember, your twine is sandwiched between double-sided sticky tape, and this wet glue is going to glue your paper to this card. Now I'm using wet glue because it will give me some wiggle room, and what you need to do is you're going to stick it on here, but you obviously need to be fairly careful how you line up. So I'm going to make sure that that's lined up with my circle, and make sure that that bit is pressed down first, and then work out from that. Okay, ta-da! So what happens is you don't see the join, okay, which I love because all the secret stuff is inside. So what you're doing now is you want to make sure that this knows it's going to fold. So while it's drying, fold it back ever so carefully, so that it knows that that's what you want it to do. It sort of forms a paper memory. Okay, so that now your mechanism works. How cool is that? And all the workings is hidden. Okay, now it will lie flat, but you really don't want it to. You want it to stand out. So let's concentrate on this bit again. So we need this cut out in the navy. So that piece of paper that you had, just go cut a piece out of that. I'm not cheating, honestly. It's because the arthritis in my hands are really bad. And when I was talking to my husband about it and having a little whinge, he said, how many die machines have you got? Haven't you got an electric one? I was like, oh yeah. So that's why I'm using it. Normal service will resume soon, I hope. So I've just put some sticky pads, dimensionals on the back of my white piece that I've die cut the same as the circle. And the reason I've done it white is because I want it to pop off the page, or at least help my spinner to pop off the page. So before I stick anything, I'm going to put that on the middle of there, okay, like so. Make sure I'm happy with that. Then I'm going to put some wet glue on the back of here, because this is all going to line up. So bring this piece over. This has got glue on it, but it's not stuck yet. And I'm just lining up my circle. Okay, pressing that down. And then I know it's in the right place, like so. There you go. Right, let's get to this stamped hippo. So let's put that out one way. Stamping this hippo, what do I need to tell you? So first of all, I am going to be using my Stamparatus because I want a reversed image. You don't need the Stamparatus to do this. You can do it without, but this just shows you how cool the Stamparatus is and how much you need it in your life. I'm using basic grey just because I think it gives a nicer outline. So the first thing I'm going to do is just straight away, oh, loads of ink on there, doesn't matter. Right, I'm going to stamp a happy hippo like you normally would. Okay, like that. And then I will die cut that out, and you end up with a lovely little hippo die cut like so. Okay, now to get another one so that it is the reversed image like this, you need to reverse the image. So what I do is cover this in ink again, but this time I've got my silicone mat and not a piece of paper. And I stamp on my silicone mat. You can do this with acetate as well, but silicone mat sort of clings onto the ink a little bit longer and doesn't smudge. So I'm just pressing all over. I've put the stamp probably a bit closer to the corner than I would normally, so I just want to make sure all of the ink is off on my silicone mat. Bring that over. I don't know that you can see that, but it's there. And then what I'm going to do is lay my card. So I've got one that I've stamped already. I'm turning it over so it's going to go on the other side so that I can show you. I poke it into the corner first, gently lay it down, and just rub over the whole image, okay? Just like so. Say a little prayer maybe to the gods. Lift it up. Ready? Steady. Ta-da! 2 dancing hippos. Isn't that cool? So, what do you do now? How do you die cut them? So, where is my piece of card? So what I do is I get a piece of card or actually I get my piece of card, I die cut my hippo out. So my hippo has been die cut out. There it is, Okay, that's the one. Forget that I'm using the Stamparatus now. Let's move that out of the way. So I've die cut it out like that, and that's one. Now I need one on the other side. Oh no, I've just done something stupid. What I need is that on there. Will I be able to get it back in the same place? I shouldn't have taken that off because I won't be able to show you. Right, let's really hope that that's in the right place. Okay, so don't take that off, leave it in the same place. Now I need my grey ink. So I've already cut out the one that's stamped, and I've die cut it as normal. Then what I do is die cut another one that's just blank, like this. Okay, it's blank both sides. This is just if you want to die cut. If you want to just stamp, just do the previous thing. Just stamp on the silicone and that's it. So this time what I'm going to do is, I've got some ink on there, I've got a little bit of fibre on there. Let's see if I can get that off. That's it. If I've managed to get this back in the right place, it will be a miracle. So what I'm hoping is the ink is going onto the silicone. Oh, should have taken that off. Got a bit of washi tape. What is there? Okay. So in there is a hippo. So I'm going to lay this one that's not stamped in place, like so, and do the same. Just press all over. Hopefully I got the stamp in the right place. Like so. Now that's not exactly in the right place because it's a bit fuzzy, can you see? If I hadn't have moved it, it would have been perfect. So you end up with two. Now if you find that a faff, especially my explanation, because that just went a bit awry, didn't it? What you can do is hold this up to a window, and where's my die? So this one you die cut out as normal, okay? But obviously if you try and die that one, it's opposite. So if you turn it over, hold it up to the window, you will be able to see through where it is, and you can die cut it that way, so that you can die cut two. I am so sorry, that was a rubbish explanation. Stamping two the right way, excellent, we got that sussed. Explaining how to die cut it, I need to work on that, don't I? Anyway, you've got two, colour them with your Stampin' Blends. The grey that I used was light grey granite and dark grey granite. So how do I do that? Well, with Stampin' Blends, I always start with the lighter one first. I'm not going to colour in the whole two hippos because that's not what you want to see. I just do her mouth bit. So I colour light, I pick up some detail, which is the bits that are already done by the stamped image, maybe just round the edges, like so, in the dark, and then I go back over it with the light, and then you have to wait for the magic to happen, because what happens is it just blends itself, and when we come back to that in a minute you'll see. So I did two earlier, and this is what they came out like. Now I did do them in a pink colour first, and then thought no, that doesn't really go with this, so I over coloured it with Night of Navy, which has given me sort of this lovely purpley colour, which is actually just perfect. So what do we do with those? We put wrong way round, and what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a dancing hippo. So I'm looking for the point of her toe to line up with her ear, and I put that on there. So there's her toe, there's her ear, make sure it's within the circle. Okay, now I'm going to put a piece of double-sided tape on the back of that, because that's going to be our friend with the twine. Okay, so keeping it still in the right place, I'm going to put that on there, like so. Pull it off, hold it in place, make sure the tape's in the right line. Okay, now I'm going to put another piece of tape over the top, double tape. Feels like a bit of a catchphrase, double tape. Double tape. Okay, that's going to go over the top of there. And I'm just squishing it either side of the twine because I want it to stay in place. Like so. And then I'm also going to use some wet glue. So that is going over the top of there. So you could use this spinner card, if you didn't have the hippos, you could do a butterfly. Butterflies work really well. Hearts, they work really well. You don't have to do a circle, you could do a square or a rectangle. As long as what you're spinning is smaller. Just also going to put some glue on this hippo as well, especially the bits that come together. Oh, there you go. And now I'm just going to match them. So that goes like that. And I'm just going to press down on those hippos and the string and just make sure they're really lined up. Hang on, Rose, I'm just coming. My pussycat's at the back door saying, "Let me in, Mum, it's going to rain." Okay, hang on. Nearly there. I think that's about right. What do you reckon? Okay, let's try it. So turn it quite a few times until you feel the string going tight. Okay, lay it down. Ready? Because it's going to be quick. Yay! Ta-da! And you can decorate the rest of your card now. So there you have a super easy spinning hippo card. Now you can go and decorate that any way you want. I've used one of the tags and I've used another celebration set here. What celebration set did I use? Let me have a look. I think it's something phrases. Oh, amazing phrases. Yep, which you can also get free, but only for another week. So which colour do you like best? I'm not sure. I don't know. Pink, I think. What do I need to say? Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching and being patient with the strange explanation of how to cut out with the die. Hopefully you get it. If you don't and you're really struggling, just send me an email, createdtheottaway@gmail.com, and I will send you an email back explaining it hopefully a lot better. You can find me on Facebook or Instagram. I love to chat craft. If you have a go at one of my tutorials, please send me a picture. It's always so inspiring to see all of your makes. Stay safe everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye.